You know, I got on TikTok. I normally don't do that. I got on TikTok and I saw people crashing out, like big time, like crash out city. Okay, I'm about to show you something, and I'm going to tell y'all a story. Other stories, because the stories are the breadwinner of the family. I know they're not getting no views yet, but somebody's going to see this, hopefully. So we have this crash out generation. And the generation are these young kids, stupid as a box of rocks. So stupid. They don't think of the two. Now, I guess because they're not 90s. Us at the twilight's last gleaming. So I was actually homeless in this picture that I'm about to show you. This is me. This actually is me. The Halloween that I got out. I finally got out. They took this picture on Halloween in 96. My stepfather took a picture of me. He hated me. Told me to grow up. But basically for Halloween, I decided to be myself dead. That's why I wore face paint on my face. Now, I normally didn't wear face paint, but my nephew was going as Harry Potter, and I was going to take him trick-or-treating. That was the rule. I would come and take my nephew trick-or-treating every year. Every year I took him trick-or-treating. Even though I was homeless, I lived in California. At this time, I was running. I was trying to get away. Because my arms, I have my arms covered because it was a death trap. Let me just say that it was needlework, not tattoos. The tattoos are there, don't get me wrong. But the dink is still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner you understand what I'm about to tell you. So, what happened? This whole engagement started. I had came back to the city, and when I came back to the city, everybody in my gang, they were all, a couple of them still drank. Actually, it was Fat Man and his crew. They were drinking still. That was Ulysses. That was Grant. Before Ulysses got why a Mexican would get arrested for a hate crime in Atlanta. But anyway, so he got arrested. So Ulysses, Batman, Ulysses, and all the other people that hung out with him and their crew. And then they had there was another crew that hung out with us every once in a while, and that was Farm Boy and his crew, the Untouchables. They actually had a couple albums. They're a punk rock band. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's that crew, and then the Scumbugs. I was the Scumbugs. Now, I want to tell you this because this makes a lot of sense. So, the rules of engagement are very simple. Okay. 1, don't tattoo your hands or your face. Don't. Notice the septum ring. That was a 0 gauge septum ring. I did the septum ring on myself on the stairs that aren't no longer there in Golden Gate Park. The McDonald's ain't even there in Golden Gate Park anymore. It's gone. I did a video, but I wanted to talk about, I think it was the Riot to Save. That's the title of that video. I want to say this, that the rules of engagement were very simple. No facial tattoos and no tattoos on the hand. That's pretty much because the facial tattoo was considered taboo. The piercings we had were considered taboo at the time. That's why the thumbnail's taboo, because it was taboo to get facial tattoos. Now, the big going on at that time, and the big warning that people had was don't get them. A lot of shops, none of the shops, would actually do your facial tattoo. Now listen, when I got this tattoo on my hand, I got it in 2008. When I got this in 2008 on my hand, the tattoo shop didn't even want to do that. But since I already had tattoos on my hand, they didn't care. So the deal is with my hands, I'm not worried about it. I'm a sheet metal mechanic. So I'm not worried about my hands. My hands are usually in gloves. When I talk to clients, the clients don't even pay attention to my hands because usually I don't even deal with the clients. I'm basically a sheet metal mechanic that was basically not residential. I did residential once. I fell through the ceiling. Residential, I gotta give residential, they ain't pansies. They fucking stay in that attic all fucking damn day and try to get something fucking done, and they can fucking fall through the ceiling, and they company fires them when they fall through. Praying simple. Yeah, it happened to me, I did. But then again, I cut myself almost all the way open. Yeah. So anyways, what I want to tell y'all is the taboo part about the facial tattoos is very simple. If you can't cover it up, don't get it. If you can't cover it up, don't get it. You know, there is actually, which I totally get it. There are some Japanese cultures that do tattoos. Don't get me on that. I'm not gonna quote it because I don't know it. I know what it is. I just can't put the name on it. But they're tattoos. Now, even the women in this culture get these tattoos. But the tattoos go all the way to the wrist, and that's it. And they don't go on the hands and they don't go on the face. They do tattoos all over, and they do what they call the not the neck. They don't do the neck. They do around the neck so that they can wear shirts. And they usually are very well dressed people. But when they're really dressed. They don't show their tattoos. They wear long pants and they wear long, comfortable shirts, long sleeves. They cover their tattoos. They don't want nobody to see their tattoos. That's something that they do. Out of respect, that's what they do. You know, so in punk rock, when punk rock was evolving, you had the in the 80s you had the what they call the British invasion of punk rock, and then culturally bands like Fear popped up. You got all these other groups like the Dead Kennedys and all these other groups came up too. But there was a group, and there was a person called Kevin Michael Allen, GG Allen. He was sadistic, crazy, foul, but very, I don't know why, but he was our chosen, supposedly, leader that we followed. We didn't follow his. Now, politically, we don't follow people. We follow more aggressive. Were they aggressive? What they did and how they did it. So I joined the Scum Bucks in 93. My friends told me, hey man, now when I carried my backpack, I had two packs. The backpack on my back weighed 125 to 130 pounds geared up. My front sack was empty for the front. So that's my road sack. I usually would ball it up and put it in my backpack. But in my backpack, I'll tell you how I roll. I had a mummy bag rated to negative 130. I had two tarps. I had a Roseville tent. I'll talk about that if you want. Right tent, and then I'll talk about it. I had a stove, and a one burner stove, propane burner stove. I had 6 railroad fuses. I had $852 food stamps. And yeah, and because I just got off a trip. This was a year, 2 years before. 2 years before Minnesota. Type 2 years in, type Minnesota in, and I'll talk about it, because I got some stories about Minnesota, and I'm not laughing when I say this. Minnesota is fucked up. It's fucked up, and I'll tell you in that video why. Because Minnesota and Texas were the beginning.
Golden Gate Park. Thought I was gonna die in that fountain.
But anyway, let's get back to this. So, I remember, this is the rules. The rules of engagement. Like I said, no tattoos on the face and no tattoos on the hand. But, this was not me when I met them. Now, I had the black pants and the boots and black shirt. I never had this jacket. I never had any of this dress. This dress right here, the cut was earned. Everything was earned on me. I earned everything. The dog collar, that came free. You didn't have to earn that. The patches, those aren't the real patches that I had on my pants. Every patch that I had on my pants was given to me. I didn't buy them from a store. I traded stuff for the patches. The patches on the pants were actually holes in the pants And we took the patches and we sewed our patches on the pants to hide the holes that we accumulated on the road. So we'd put a patch over that. And there's some cool stories about that one too. But yeah, concealment, the parties and all that. But we won't get into that. Type concealment on 1535. Type 1535 and I'm under concealment. But that's what we did. But this is the look that I got. But the only reason, now I had, I forgot to failed to mention, I had clippers in my bag too. Which is going to be a subnote of a good purpose of why I was called the barber. And we'll get into the I got stories on that one too, but I got all kinds of stories. That 8 years of homelessness was the fucking craziest fucking shit of my life. But the day I remember being jumped in, it wasn't jumped in really, it was earned in respect. And yeah, fighting was one of them. Being able to hold my own was one of them. Being loyal is one of them. But yeah. And I earned every single one of that. But I had to earn it with respect, because respect goes a long ways. But that's what I'm going to talk about. So it's taboo to get facial tattoos. And if you're sitting there fucking yelling and crying because you can't get a job, you should have fucking thought about that before you put the fucking facial tattoo on your face. Because either A, one, you were high, and B, you saw somebody else with it and you thought it was fucking cool, so you won't fucking ride the fucking boat. The fucking nose ring theory, you didn't even fucking earn the nose ring. Hell, you don't even know where it came from.
The fights and the scars.
Well, let me be the fair.
Every name that they called me left a mark on my heart.
Now listen.
By the fire.
Each piercing that punk rockers have, from the old school, from the old school.
One night I fell hard, couldn't stand on my feet, hit my knees.
There are some things a lot of people aren't talking about. Now, in India, piercings meant something. A lot of women would get married and they wouldn't get rings on them. They would get a ring in their neck, meaning they were a married woman. And that's from India. So when you saw the women in India with the nose ring, which everybody gets, I see them get it. I see them get it because, it looked cool on Marilyn Monroe. It looked cool on Madonna. It looked cool on this person. So they got it because it was cool. And everybody in their schools get it. That's what that is. Now, there are some things that probably aren't, but what I want to say is that there was also, in the 90s when things started, a lot of people running and getting the tattoos on their face because no shop would put tattoos on their face. Not one shop would put a tattoo on your face or anything. If you went to a shop, like I said, if you went to a shop, they'd tell you, nope, I'm not going to do it. And then 99.9% of those fucking artists will tell you why they're not going to do it. Because later on down the road, you're going to regret getting that tattoo, or you're going to look at that tattoo and think, why the fuck did I do it? And then you're going to have to go get it fucking lasered off, and it's going to hurt like fucking bloody hell. Because they burn your skin. So, the pain in your face for 45 seconds. Zartan would have been my look. Zartan, and if you look at my face, on this side right up here, you can actually see, there's no ink, you can see the dent in my face. you could see the scar in my face because the person that was going to tattoo Zartan on my face. No, not the word Zartan. I'm talking about Zartan. Have you ever seen Zartan in the original comic? He had a black face, like a black. His face would turn black over the eyes. Like a triangle. Go down here like this, and a triangle that way. Yeah, that was gonna be my tattoo. I was gonna be, the dreadnoughts were my fucking favorite G.I. Joe. I was gonna be Zartan's twin.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
But thanks God, you know what? I was mad too. But now that I look back at it, I thank God because I believe God put that damn fucking roly-poly down that street. It wasn't that they put them down the street. It's they were under beat and they saw us at the Exxon. I think it was the Shell. It was the Shell station 2 blocks away from Cali Foods, right across the street from the pizza shop. I'm standing. Yeah. So the next day, you know, I still got a tattoo because I paid the money. I still got a tattoo. I got a tattoo on my neck. And you know what that said? It said redneck in red ink. Now, it's funny because when he tattooed redneck on my neck, it was a very thin line and it was red. Y'all know how reds and yellows are very hard to stay in the body. They are. They don't stay in the body long. If you want to keep red, you're going to have to keep on tracing it forever.
Yeah, now let me tell y'all about the land of the free.
That laugh is for all these stupid kids running around venting because they did something so fucking ignorant and stupid they couldn't fucking think twice. They had to do something that everybody else was doing because it was part of their culture. Now it's the culture. They're culture vulture bitches. Motherfucking stupid ass kids. Yeah, I know the vulgar language. This ain't made for kids anyway. I'm just telling the story the way it is and the way God wants me to tell it. Because, hey man, I love God. I'm not no religious fanatic. The way I look at it is like this. When Jesus, now they use this a lot. They say this a lot of stuff. When Jesus went into that church and overturned the tables, I can tell you this much. He was mad. He didn't sin. He was mad. But then again, you could be mad and not have no sin in you. Because he had no sin. He died sinless. So lust and all that other stuff, he didn't vow to those. But I do want to tell you this. This dude in this picture right here, I may have had a smile on my face. But I was so much fun. I was so dope sick in this picture. And then when I went to go back, but this picture right here, I wanted to represent. I got this picture. I will keep this picture forever because I don't want to be like this anymore. I'm not rubbing it in everybody's face. Well, this was me back when I was. Hell no. This right here represents a sick man. This picture right here, there's sickness in this man's face. There's pain in his face. There's addiction in his face. I went through so much, so little. I'm going to tell you this right now. If you're listening to this
we don't back down, not now, not ever.
and you didn't,
This is the land of the free.
do not put that taboo on your face. To me, it's I'm looking at it like, oh my God. And now they're going to crash out mad. Why didn't they hire me? They hired you. They didn't hire you because look at you. Ask your honest question yourself. Looking in the mirror every day that I do. Because I had this complex about myself a long time ago. I hated the way I looked. I hated the way I looked. This look right here that I'm in, there, oh man, I look at it and say, what the fuck did I do?
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'll tell you what I did. I hated myself. You know, you don't have to hate yourself. Love yourself. You see, by me finding love in myself, I can love somebody else. And not in icky ways. Because I found some place where I can fit in. You know I had to put that there. You know I had to put that there. I want to go where everybody knows my name? Hell yeah. You know why? Because they do. When I walk in that room and I see my friend, my true friend, I can call friends today. And I have one of them calling me all the time. You know what? Speaking of which, I'm going to shut up after this. He called me. It was going to be my last Wednesday. My last Wednesday. He called me up and said, hey man, you still want Wednesday? You know what? Don't worry about it. I'll give you Wednesdays indefinitely. Until you tell me to stop. You don't tell me that that's not a commitment. That's a commitment that I paid for. This picture right here of that alcoholic and heroin addict that's sitting in this picture today, I'm free 20 years of it. I've been clean and sober for 20 years from that heroin addiction. And how I did it was not easy. Oh,
The sun came up on a lonesome hill.
And I don't know.
So still.
All I know is I tapped into something that I have today that I push forward every day. I started this channel up. I got another channel. Go check it out. The Moose Squad. Go check that out. But I wanted to start doing this because I wanted to talk about my crime and the order that God put me in today. So the crime that I went through got my order. I'm thinking about putting the cross in the middle of that because that crime that I went through to get to the order, oh son, you don't know. Anyway, I'm going to break this up in a bunch of little snippets and put it out there. But I want y'all to know, man, you don't have to do it. You don't have to be punk as Chuck. I'll tell you that story too. Chuck was something. But anyways, Chuck was something. That was a diehard dude. And he wasn't even punk rock. I just said that's what I want to be when I get to that age. But anyways, I just want to let y'all know, man, no matter what you do in your life, no matter what you do in your life, it's very simple. You know, once I realized how simple it was to be sober be free.
Paid the price to keep us free. So on
It was
this
easy, but it was hard.
we whisper,
It's one of those things where
God bless the
they both make sense.
ones who gave it all.
It's easy,
They did not
but it's hard. Because first things first.
like
The
Hank
first
playing
thing you have to do
soft finger pick guitar.
is stop.
Well, I reckon if you
That's all
ever
he
wonder
has.
what freedom cost, just look at a folded flag.
Go find an alcohol.
they ain't
Go
lost.
find a meeting
They're
of your
heroes.
choice.
Not in vain.
They have Cocaine Anonymous.
God
Yeah,
bless you for
alcohol.
carrying this torch, partner.
They have Heroin Anonymous. They got Narcotics Anonymous. They got Overeaters Anonymous. They got what's it called? Sex Anonymous. I think that's what they say. Yeah, Sex Anonymous. And they had the big one,
Well, I reckon.
Gamblers
If you ever wonder
Anonymous.
what
All
freedom
over.
cost,
When you're
just
driving
look at a
I-10,
folded flag.
all through Alabama and Mississippi and all that,
They're heroes.
you'll see
Not in
you'll
vain.
see Gamblers Anonymous all over.
God
I
bless
gotta
you
give
for
the
carrying
Gamblers
this torch,
Anonymous
partner.
that big deal. But I want to tell you, you don't have to. It's very simple. Put it down and stop. It's kind of a ruckus that you have to do it. Just try it one time and then tell me how it goes. I know I made this video long. I did it on purpose because taboo. I'm sorry, I can't just do a 5-minute taboo because I have to explain to you guys everything. If you want to know the truth about crime and you want to know the truth about order, come check me out. Woodchip 86. And if you want to know, go check out Lyle PDF file. That's the video that I put out. That's where the Woodchip 86 comes in. If you watch that video, you'll understand why 86 is a big number in my life. Because that's where I was going through it. That's the year that I lost. That's the year I lost. This year, 26, I'm up duking it out with these babies. And my knees, you got it in. Alcoholics Anonymous saved my life. Because you don't have to drink to cover your pay. You know, all you have to do is go through it. I tell you what, it's the freest service that you could ever get. The freest service that you could ever get. Oh, in this picture, I will never get rid of it. But he who forgets the past is soon to relive it. And I'm not going to forget the pain that I was in that day. I'm not going to forget the pain that I went through to get where I'm at. I'm not going to forget all the relapses that I went through to get where I'm at. I'm not going to forget the pain that I put my family through to get where I'm at. Because you know I did. We don't want to talk about that. That's another episode. But I want to tell you, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for listening. If you made it all the way through, type order. Type order. Because today I am following some good, orderly direction. That's what I had to pick up at the beginning. But then, I'll talk about that later. If you want to know that story, type in finished or type it in. With that being said, man, if nobody has told you today that they loved you, let me be the first. And it's not in sick and significant way. Hold on. Before we close, we have to do this. God, grant me strength to accept the things that I cannot change. The courage to change the things that I can. be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the
Baptized in
kingdom,
concrete.
the power, and the glory, forever and ever.
Golden Gate Park. Thought I was gonna die in that fountain, but I came up gasping, clean.
I want to tell you that's what
day I left my
Jesus
whole
taught
life
the
behind.
disciples to pray.
Concrete
That was
jungle
one
where
of
I
the
lost my
prayers that
name.
he
Golden
taught
Gate
his
winds couldn't
disciples.
blow out the flame. Homies held me
And
down, face under the stream, not a baptism.
If you ever
It
go
was
to an
against his
Alcoholics
guillotine.
Anonymous
Eyes
meeting,
wide, lungs
the
full,
first thing
panic
they're
in
going
my
to start
chest.
out is
Thought that
the
was
first
the
prayer
end,
that
maybe
they did.
death
It's
meant
called the
rest, but
Surrender
I
Prayer.
broke that grip like
And
a
the
curse
second
on my
prayer
soul.
is called
Crawled out the water feeling empty but whole. I almost drowned, but
the
I
closing prayer,
came
the
alive.
Our Father.
Underneath that fountain, I chose
My strength
to
comes today
survive. Left the
from
sad,
knowing that
left the shame, left it all
I can help you
in the
today.
flood. Now I walk
You don't have to drink.
no
You
chain,
don't have
only
to drink.
truth in
I left the numbers below. I left the numbers below. Go ahead and call somebody if you need help. And if you feel like you need to commit suicide, call that number below. There are people on that phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Finally, they gave us a number. Anyway, if you're struggling, call that number. I don't know what that number does, but I know it's there. And I know they set it up and it helps.
Golden Gate Park.
Because
That's
remember,
where the old me ended.
911's there, but now you have 988. Oh, and if you see somebody that is struggling on the street and it doesn't look right, stop. Analyze the situation. This is welfare check, people. Welfare check. That being said, deuces.